Hello, and welcome to Besties Do Verticals with your besties, Alita and Lucy. Hi, I'm Alita.
And I'm Lucy. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us for our third episode of Besties Do Verticals. Today we're going to recap Drive Him Wild. And Alita and I are a little worried because we're going to let you in on some behind the scenes. Drive Him Wild recap was actually the very first podcast we ever recorded. And we decided after we recorded Straight Until He Kissed Me that we might have been a little unhinged and it might be too much to release. So we did decide to try again. So we are going to work so hard to get through this one. We both watched it right before we came on and recorded, and we're a little worried.
We'll do our best.
Drive Him Wild is a recently released, laugh-out-loud, spicy hockey boy love rom-com on DramaWave. Casanova hockey captain Brady is a hit with the girls until a puck to the groin leaves him with an unexpected side effect. He can only get hard for the new team doctor, Marvin Long. Drive Him Wild was directed by Iris Lanwa Ma, and it was released on DramaWave.
Drive Him Wild opens to a hockey game at the California Christian Academy. We see the Purple Knights playing with their star captain, Brady Hodson, played by our boy, Greg Duffy.
I am so excited. I didn't know Greg could skate. Ooh, looking good, Greg.
Brady scores the winning goal and is celebrating with his teammates when all of a sudden a stray puck hits him in his family jewels. So, Team Doctor arrives, and it is none other than Marvin Long, played by the glorious Jeff Lawless. He apparently is a medical student.
Quote here, I wanted to use quotations, medical student, really. And honestly,
he's a medical student.
I've got things to say about that the further we go through the vertical, but I did love this entrance for Jeff. I thought he was looking really good here. I don't know, it was just like such a flashy entrance. And Jeff is handsome, so it worked well.
When Brady and Marvin meet on the ice, we get our very first classic longing stare of love at first sight.
Oh. And here yes. We get our very first glimpse of Jeff picking up Greg. I can't even with this part. Okay. He made it look so effortless. And like as big as Jeff is, Greg is so much, well, okay, he's not so much bigger, but he's bigger. And also, listeners, the original one we recorded was probably like 2 days after Drive Him Wild released. So we didn't even have the Jeff and Greg live yet. And it was, so I don't know if we had said in the original, oh, did he really pick him up? We don't know. But now we know because from Greg and Jeff's live, we watched Jeff do it. Pretty impressive.
Another thing we learned on the live was that Greg had a little bit of a stunt double for the hockey scenes. So there was a hockey player playing those bits, which is not surprising. I mean, he's supposed to be a star hockey player.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because didn't he also say that the guy who they hired was even shorter than him too? So I guess it was hard to find someone as tall as him.
Yeah, shorter and a different build and everything. But yeah, it worked. We arrive in the medical room where Marvin tells Brady he has to examine him and to take off his underwear. We find out that Marvin is a medical student who just started his internship with the academy. Brady is supposedly a straight character, so he balks at this. What ensues next is hilarity. We see Brady getting a thorough exam from Marvin, shall we say, which results in something we never thought we would see in a Greg Duffy vertical. he finishes on Marvin's ID badge. I can't believe you made me say that.
I'm so happy you said it.
We learn it is a soft tissue injury, which could possibly result in erectile dysfunction.
I also want to jump in, guys, here. He got a thorough penile and prostate exam, and Alita did not want to say it, so I am saying it. He was thorough, okay? It's important that we know this.
Brady proceeds to ask Marvin to take responsibility for his ED and soft tissue injury. Because, of course, as Brady says...
I get to say this part.
Oh, yeah, you get to say it.
I'm so excited. Alita didn't want to say this, but I'm so excited to say it. So Marvin needs to take responsibility for this ED because Marvin just took Brady's butthole virginity. Butthole virginity. Butthole virginity. Butthole virginity. Butthole virginity. I told you I wasn't going to let this go.
Those are words we never thought we'd hear in a vertical or on this podcast.
I never thought I would hear it from Greg Duffy. Like, when I was going over, like, watching this for a third time, right? So the first time I watched it, my jaw was on the floor. Second time I watched it, when I was doing the notes, of course I laughed. But this third time, I noticed things I didn't notice before, and I just was dying. But just listening to Greg and, like, how much he put into this character, I was so proud of this man because he has been playing kind of the more dominant love interest, right? So basically, he doesn't get the chance to branch out and be silly. Like, he usually gives cute smiles. He picks his partner up. He's usually the dominant one, the guy who just kind of stands there and looks cute. And, like, I feel like I mean, I just said it, but yeah, I am really proud of that guy. He was like, I don't care. I'm going for it. And he went for it. And he went for it in a way that I've never seen Evan do. Like, he went all the way. And I'm proud of you, Greg Duffy. That's just my 2 cents. I don't know about Lita, but I'm proud.
Well, I am. And Greg just gets better every vertical that he does. He just keeps learning more about acting. His expressions in this were amazing. Like, just tiny little micro expressions that I was like showing Lucy. He scrunches his nose and just details that give the character life. And he also really went for the comedy, which he doesn't usually get to do. And it was great.
Yeah, I fully agree. I loved it. I'm so proud of him. It's just a hoot.
Brady shares with his thoughts that he was just joking, and Marvin's response is anything but joking. He's wondering whether Marvin is gay. Marvin commits to taking responsibility for Brady. I have to mention here how questionable it is that a medical student is conducting such intimate and invasive examinations with no other doctor or nurse present. But it is a vertical, so you have to let that go for the plot.
That was what I was going to say earlier, is my little quotes there with medical student. I was like, medical student, huh? Just knowing what I already knew, what was to come. I'm like, he's operating as a doctor, but this is just an internship. Gotta let the vertical thing go, Let it go because it's a vertical.
Marvin would have to be a fairly, far along his medical studies to get an internship like this. So, it's as questionable as some of the things are. He wouldn't be just like, a first-year student or something like that to have that kind of position at the university. But we segue into a party being held in the multipurpose room at the college. I love the sign on the door with the Christian college rules, and they'd scrawled over it something about we don't need no rules or something. I forget exactly what it said. Brady arrives to cheers and jokes from his teammates about getting hit with a hockey puck. And we get to see that Ben Methvin is also in this. He played Greg's bully in The Prince's First Love. He's playing Brady's teammate here. Aria Miller, cheer captain, played by McKenna Schultz, arrives to greet Brady. She tries to get a rise out of him, and both Brady and Aria realize that he cannot get it up. Some interesting shenanigans happen from here. We see an episode where Brady tries to figure out how to get hard again privately. He learns he can only get hard from Marvin. Marvin catches him and promises to offer him treatment for his condition. He asks for a month to cure Brady. We also meet Gil Brown, assistant coach for the Purple Knights, played by Todd Carner. They show through his interactions with Marvin that he is excited by Marvin and wants to get together for dinner. Marvin doesn't look too excited about this. Seriously creepy and predatory vibes from the coach here.
I wanted to jump into, when I was watching today, I must have noticed, but maybe blocked it out. Like, I could see where they had the character get creeped out, because when Gil is holding his hand, his thumb, and you don't usually do that just for like someone you just met. Yeah. So I was like, ooh, creepy.
Yeah. We get a scene where Aria takes Brady out for lunch to share that their parents have arranged a marriage for them after graduation, which Brady looks absolutely horrified by. Marvin arrives and causes some more trouble for Brady, enticing him under the table.
This is very clearly the same script as Hard Shift and The Racer and His Dr. Perfect. So I don't know how many listeners have seen both of those. The Racer and His Dr. Perfect, I think, was the very original. It's an Asian BL. And then Hard Shift was just recently released, I think, on Net Short. And that was released maybe a month and a half ago with Quinn Holmes and Aidan McHugh and Benjamin, I forgot his last, maybe Benjamin Shepherd. They were the three leads in it. But what was difficult with Hard Shift is there weren't a whole lot of changes from it. So we know that they used a recycled script for Drive Him Wild, but honestly, they removed so many of the issues the original script had by just aging Jeff's character down. So The Racer and His Dr. Perfect, the original, it's an older doctor, a real doctor, okay, like full-blown, he's got his own practice. Same thing in Hard Shift. And so Quinn and the original younger man in the Asian BL, there's like a huge age difference. So what ended up happening in those, for me, because I've seen both, is it felt really predatory, and there were issues of consent. So what I like what they've done with Drive 'Em Wild is there were a lot of amazing changes made, and we got that confirmed in Greg and Jeff's live, by the way, because they talked about how they pretty much got the original script. And so, but they didn't say if they were the ones to encourage the changes or not. I didn't quite get that out of them.
They did say they wanted to ensure that it was consensual. So
they did say that?
Yeah. In the live,
I missed that. So I was really excited about that because there were a lot of problems with this original script. So I kept thinking the entire time I watched this, wow, I just love everything they did to update this. They made it hilarious now. Now it's funny. And I do, because the other ones weren't that funny. Like they had funny moments, but they tried to keep it serious the entire time. And so it just kept it creepy.
Yeah.
And when they just made this just a full rom-com, over the top, took it to, like beyond vertical acting in some extent with the script, I loved it and everyone loved it. I don't know anybody who really didn't enjoy this one.
This is what I personally want to see. I love the comedy. I love the sweet, tender moments, and it was really great. And yeah, no one has said that they didn't like it that we know. Marvin follows Brady into the bathroom to help him with a desensitization therapy. We see another happy ending for Brady. Brady expresses fear to Marvin after this that he will be turned gay. He's scared of getting expelled and that his hardcore Christian parents will hate him. Brady gets so upset after the encounter that he turns to meds. We're never told what they are, but the little blue pill is pretty obviously Viagra. After he pops one, Brady gets dizzy and he cannot control himself and starts feeling excited.
When you said, and he starts feeling excited, is that your word or was that mine?
That's your word.
Oh, good for me. Okay. I was like, I thought I would have made it worse and you just toned it down.
No.
All right. Awesome.
Marvin is called and helps Brady to his bedroom, where we get to see Brady asking for Marvin to sleep with him to help relieve his torment. Just once.
And I wanted to put in here the random ocean picture, the random ocean video that they put in during to just explain everything. And I was just like, why is that there? I don't understand, but okay.
Yeah, the little ocean video is sort of a way of circumventing some of the action to the climax.
Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't know that. Every time I see that scene, I laugh because the shadows, it just doesn't, they just don't, it doesn't, I don't know. I'm like, I don't think that looks correct. I'm like, just, where is he sitting on Greg? Greg's really tall. I don't know. I don't want to dissect it too much, but I giggle whenever I see it.
They were talking about that in the live, though, and it wasn't with regard to this one. It was with regard to the one in the medical room. And they were saying that they were, like, not really near each other. So...
That's funny.
That may be why it looks a bit odd.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Love it. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
The next morning, Brady's coach, teammates, and girlfriend arrive because he missed his training session. I love how they're always just barging in, hey? Brady freaks out trying to hide Marvin. Eventually, his coach gains access to his room, and Marvin is able to successfully hide under the bed. We did find out in Greg and Jeff's recent live that the part where Jeff falls is real. And Greg was very clearly breaking here. He was laughing.
I will never get over that part. Okay. So I don't want to spoil it. I'll take this part out, but I am serious. I'm making an edit to that. I'm making a mini edit and I'm going to have him fall over and over and over and over again. And I'm so excited to do it. And I'm going to you know what? I can say it here and we can put it in because you know what? This recording is going to come out after I do the edit. So you heard it here, folks. That's my plan. I love that scene so much. I plan on editing it. I don't know if it'll be a good edit. I'm not Everett Industries, but I do think I can come up with something kind of cute. It's my plan because I love that scene so much. I knew he broke. And when they confirmed it in the live, I was like, yes, we are so right. I love it.
It was so good. And they said that they wanted to take it out, but the director, was lobbying to keep it in. And I mean, it made it so much funnier. It was fantastic.
I know. I can't believe that they were considering taking that out. I'm like, what are you doing? I did want to highlight too, at the end of this scene. Oh, we didn't even talk about this. I didn't put this in here. Okay. I wanted to make a couple notes here, guys. I didn't get to make it earlier, but one of the reasons that Alita is giggling is she did not write these notes. I wrote these notes because originally I was recapping this and we did do it that way, but it was too much. It was too unhinged. So we thought it would be less unhinged with Alita doing it. And actually, I think we're doing a really good job. Good for us. But part of the deal of the switch was I was like, please don't take out all of my amazing descriptive words. And I love her because she kept them in. And it's even better because I get to hear her say them. And it makes me laugh and brings me joy.
And I passed the most severe ones over to you.
Yes, the more severe. This is what I wanted to add. so I mentioned this because I did not add this part into the recap, but I really want it there now. There is a scene right before the fall. Yes, right before the fall, where Brady and Marvin are talking about Brady's butt that hurts a little bit. And I don't know if Alina's trying to control herself. I want this in here so bad. Okay.
God.
Well, I'm serious. Okay. Listen to why.
You gotta cut this bit out.
I'm not. I can't cut it out. Listen. Okay. I need to explain why. Okay, so I was watching it for the third time. They make such a big deal about this in the vertical. Like, he is always like his hand on his booty and he's just like, oh, and he's kind of groaning. And it's so like such a big deal. And so I do want to mention that this just hilarious little exchange between them. I think Marvin says something like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Or something. He might have said that in a different scene.
Yeah. No, that's later. Yeah.
That's later. But Brady says something like, oh, it's fine. I'm fine. And he's like, really? You didn't feel anything because I was going easy on you. Yeah. And Brady's kind of like trying to figure out how to respond to him. What did he say?
When he leaves the room, he leans against the door and...
Well, no, don't say that one yet. It's what did he say to him directly? Because it was...
Well, that's when he said, I didn't feel anything at all.
There we go.
And Marvin says, oh yeah, you didn't feel anything. Well, I was going easy on you.
Yes. Okay. And then Brady leaves the room, leans against the door, the closed door, and says, oh my gosh, if he went any harder, it's a voiceover. I need a wheelchair.
I need a fucking wheelchair.
Oh, you're right. Oh, I love it when you drop the F-bomb. I love it. Oh my goodness. Hey, proof Alita cusses, but I don't ever get to hear it.
I don't know whether we're going to say this either, but I really also love when they're running around trying to hide, and Brady tells Marvin to just go out the window. And he's like, we're on the 3rd floor. Then,
thank you.
Now you got what you wanted. You just want to kill me or something like that.
Yes.
Oh, you want me to jump to my death? Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I actually wanted to mention that. I'm so glad you brought it up because I thought that was hilarious. Like they're both, I was just so, here's the thing. Okay, so clearly we knew just from seeing Jeff's previous work that he is a phenomenal actor. And I knew he would be able to do anything he was given. But we didn't know about Greg because we didn't see him in something like this. So, on playing this type of character.
Greg was a great actor from all his previous ones, but we didn't know he could do the comedy.
Him do this. Never seen him do this. He has only ever been a leading...
The straight man.
Stoic man. Yeah, he's like... never gotten to show this side of him. And so I didn't know he could do this. And so he did this and he excelled. He killed it. And what was even better is like Jeff and Greg had awesome chemistry and they played off really well together. I loved how they exchanged everything, all of their lines. And also I wanted to note, I feel very justified in knowing that Jeff is such a good actor because he said, oh, you don't know this. I was on his personal live without Greg. He's an acting teacher. He was an acting teacher.
Oh, wow.
So that is why we have such high quality work from Jeff. Like, this is his life, clearly.
Wow. He also say he'd been like in like 104, was it 140 or 40? Like a crazy amount of verticals.
I thought it was 40.
Probably. 140 seems a little over the top. But
man, that man would never stop working.
Well, he did go straight into another one right after that. So
He did.
So after that little tangent, when Brady does arrive to help coach the rookies, he ends up passing out and goes right back to Marvin's medical room, where Brady tells Marvin, next time I'm pitching and you're catching. Interesting thing. Marvin's like, at this point, next time, because Brady's been saying, I don't need this treatment. I'm not gay. This isn't happening. And then he's like, next time. In this scene, a whole group of people, Arya, the coach, teammates, including Ryan, randomly walk into the medical room without knocking. Ever heard of locking a door, Marvin? And they find Marvin on top of Brady. And Marvin tells all of them that he was just about to take Brady's rectal temperature. Get a scene where Gil, the assistant coach, spies on Marvin and Brady. And when Brady leaves, he confronts him, sharing that he better not see them doing any gay bullshit, or he will report them. After that, we see Gil going into his office, and the scene cuts to a shrine of Marvin on his wall. And originally we thought that he'd possibly been stalking Marvin and that he had a lot of pictures of Marvin up there. But I went back and looked at it more carefully. And it's actually just a lot of pornographic pictures with Marvin's ID picture. So the only picture of Marvin on there is like his official university ID in a lab coat. All the other pictures are just kind of general pornography that Gil's clearly been collecting.
And they didn't focus on that very long. So it's like
they didn't.
You just see
when I was editing, I went back and saw it. So yeah, it's very quick. So maybe that's what it was intended to. Although no, it couldn't be, because they're like, he wouldn't have those pictures of Marvin, let's say. But clearly they're representing Marvin to him. Anyway, Gil proceeds to, this is Lucy's wording, honor Marvin.
I mean, this scene is so creepy. I had to break the ice somehow. Yeah, so we're just going to say that and let that go.
Let that go. Brady arrives at Marvin's office to get some more therapy, which he learns will now be massage therapy. Which is apparently another treatment for ED. I mean, I guess it is. Apparently, Brady missed a very important interview that evening. So once again, they all just show up at the medical exam room and barge in. I'm not saying this.
You have to say this. Okay, I'm going to say it. She has to say this. I'm saying this. It is factual. We are not being disrespectful. They showed this on screen.
He's not actually.
He's inside him.
Is he really?
Yes. Okay, let's just say this. I'm saying it.
I'm not saying it.
I'm saying it. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Barge in.
Wait. We're looking at our notes, guys. Hold on. Okay, so. Okay. She had said to you that apparently Brady missed a very important interview that evening, so they once again just show up at the medical exam room and barge in while Marvin is working inside of Brady. Crickets. His hand goes under, and I'm just assuming we're not going to go into detail, but what else are we supposed to assume? Yeah, no words.
All right. Moving on.
I told you this would be a little intense and unhinged. There's no way around it. There's no way to recap Drive Him Wild without commenting on the absolute lengths that, pun intended, by the way, the absolute lengths that this production team and Greg and Jeff went to give us this finished, pun intended, product.
God, I hope that Greg doesn't ever hear that.
Greg, I know you're listening.
No, he's not.
He's going to listen to this one eventually. Anyway, it's not Alita doing any of these ridiculous things. It's me. It's my words. I admit it. I can't help it. But I can't recap this without using all of that, because the way it was delivered to us, it's just the perfect package of, I don't even know, smut and comedy.
Yeah.
And I don't know, give me some other words. She can't. So she don't want to.
It is quite unhinged, let's face it. So, yeah.
Yes.
But
Unhinged.
it had us laughing the whole time, and it's so good. Like, you have to watch it.
Yep. Agreed. Okay. You can now do the locked doors.
Back to the, locked. Again, locked doors, Marvin. Marvin lies and pretends that the patient isn't Brady, and he does the interview in Brady's place. Brady overhears Marvin telling the interviewer he's not currently with anyone and has never been in love. Brady gets upset, which again, hey Brady, are you sure you're not gay here? Like, why are you upset? You obviously have feelings for Marvin already. Anyway, he proceeds to ignore Marvin's calls for an indeterminate amount of time. Brady sees Marvin again when he shows up to hockey training camp, and they end up having to share the same room. Sharing the same room is another vertical trope, isn't it?
I mean, a lot of these are based off of Wattpad type stories, K-dramas, and those are very common tropes in books.
Yeah.
It's just such a way to get you. It's called forced proximity, and it's an angle, and it works every time. I've read so many books where that's in there, and it gets me every time. I'm never like, gee, I wish they wouldn't lock them in a closet together. No, lock them in a freaking closet together. Oh, are they stuck in an elevator? Darn. Like, no, I want that.
Trapped in a freezer.
Trapped in a freezer. Well, unless it's bound, then it's sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then, yeah. Okay, so I wanted to make a note that there is a scene here where Brady leaves the room, his shared room with Marvin, and it's almost identical to what Miles does in Straight Until He Kissed Me, where he leans against the door, and I think Miles is leaning against a wall and kind of holds his heart and has like a little panic attack. As a Straight Until He Kissed Me fan, oh, I love seeing Greg do it too. And I loved it so much I ended up doing a little edit to it because just I wanted to be like, see, not crazy. Look. Anyway.
That's the why is my heart racing moment, right?
Yes.
Very sweet. So sharing the room ends with Brady and Marvin hooking up again. After Gil had successfully drugged Marvin in order to take advantage of him. Luckily, Brady rescues him and brings him back to the room where there's a lovely shower scene. I just love the hand planted against the glass here.
Oh my gosh, did I not put the shower scene in here?
You did not put the shower scene in. I mean,
give me your thoughts on the shower scene, and then I'll give mine. I mean, you did say that you loved where his hand. Is there anything else you liked?
Yeah, you know. Okay, we're gonna need to cut some of this out. Oh my god. I'm losing my thoughts.
How about I tell you what my favorite parts of the shower scene are? My favorite part, I know yours is the hand against the shower thing, against the shower wall. Mine is actually right after Marvin says to him, I just want you to like me. And then Brady is like fussing. He's like, I don't know. He doesn't say it instead. And then when Marvin like so dejected, Brady just grabs his face and like does his forced kiss on him. And this is so dumb, but it's my favorite part because it's aesthetically pleasing because Greg like scrunches his arms up and like emphasizes his muscles, and it actually looks really good. Like he looks so good. And so that's why it's like my favorite, because I'm like, look at you, look at those muscles. Anyway, it's weird, but that's my favorite part of the shower scene. Believe it or not.
I like that too, but more because Marvin said something like, I don't want you to help me. I just want you to like me. Yeah. And that's when Brady kind of thinks about it for a second and lunges forward with a kiss. And that's a wonderful moment. I really like that.
I'm glad you brought that up. I can't believe I didn't have that in here. I'm crazy. Crazy.
The next day, Brady's father shows up, and they're almost caught again.
But this time the door was locked, but the coach had a key card. And then I do want to comment, unless you want to comment on it. I can't get over the damn save. Their version of a save is doing sit-ups in bed while the other one is sitting on top of him. Oh, okay. And okay, guys, sorry. We warned you at the beginning this was going to be unhinged. This is going to be all over the place. And you know what? I'm not sorry. Okay, sorry, not sorry. I did want to mention too, right before this, the cuddling scene. Oh my God. So this is after their night of passion from the shower. Greg is laying on, not Greg, I'm sorry. Brady is laying, I know, we said we wouldn't use their real names. Give me a second, lady. Okay. Brady is laying on Marvin, and I just love how cute it is. Like, so they open the episode with the curtain flowing. We see Marvin looking lovingly down at someone that he's holding. And then we see that it's Brady and just Greg's face. Oh my goodness. And then the little kiss to Marvin's arm. I'm just like, that scene is probably one of my favorite scenes in the whole vertical. I loved how it was filmed. I just thought it was so, so sweet, and how they both looked at each other. God, you guys did such a good job. Greg and Jeff, you rocked it. You played these goofy lovers so well. And then when it was your very few opportunities to be tender, you did amazing. I loved it. Anyway, I had to say that. Sorry. Not sorry.
And another thing we didn't mention here was this scene contains kind of one of the most iconic lines in the whole thing, when Marvin says, "I bet you will be so obsessed with me." So obsessed, or totally obsessed with me.
Yes.
And Brady says, "You're going to be so obsessed with me."
And they started a little bet. Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
Says
it.
you're going to end up begging me to be your boyfriend.
Yes.
So Brady's father comes in and reminds him that his company's IPO apparently depends on him winning the hockey championship. Don't ask me how that works, but his dad ends up telling him that he can marry anyone he wants and not be forced to marry Arya if he wins the championship, but emphasizes that it cannot be a man.
There's a scene after Brady's father leaves. We see Brady cooking breakfast for Marvin, and it's really sweet. But I wanted to mention the strawberry scene. Apparently, there's kind of like a running joke in the vertical world with Jeff and a bagel. There's like a bagel scene that he has from a different vertical that people love. So Jeff and food, apparently. And so now he gets this special intimate scene with Greg's strawberries, Brady's strawberries. And I'm just going to leave that all in there.
You're not.
I'm so mean. But yeah, so they have this like close up of Marvin eating the strawberry, and it's got like whipped cream on it. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, this is his thing. We just had to mention it. It was actually a really cute scene. Very teasing scene.
It was. And Greg looks very good in the apron.
You know what? At first, this is what's crazy. At first, I thought he was only wearing the apron. I'm not playing. He posted a BTS picture. And I don't know if he was just shirtless, but I think when I first saw the BTS, I was like, is it just the apron? And then
No.
I must have forgotten about it. And then I thought that immediately again when I saw it in the vertical.
So you went to check.
I went to check. But yeah, looking good, Greg. Looking good.
In episode 39, which is one of Lucy's favorites, Brady ends up peacocking to try and turn Marvin on during the team's physical exams. He's really flexing those muscles and being like, "See how hot I am?" We move on to another episode where Brady decides, for some reason, to handcuff Marvin to a fluid pole, which are on wheels. But anyway, and Brady gets called away. Somehow Marvin cannot move to obtain the key, which is in the sink, like a foot away from his hand. He's rescued by Ryan instead, who said he can't find Brady. It turns out that the Purple Knights' rival team, the Red Flames, finds Brady and decides to bully him and call him gay. He's rescued by Marvin just in time, and a great fight here for Jeff with the bullies and using a mop to defend Brady.
Oh, I love that. I thought Jeff looked flawless in his fight scene. Truly. I did want to note too that I also found it interesting that it was hemorrhoid cream that made the bullies automatically think Brady was gay. I was just like, okay. I don't know. I don't get it personally, but maybe someone else does.
Don't you though?
No. Why would that give you hemorrhoids?
Anyway, moving on.
God. Oh, I love this. Okay, you go.
In episode 48, Brady and Marvin get spicy in a hot spring, and they apparently were being recorded by Gil. The steamy scene abruptly ends, and we cut to Brady being kidnapped and tied up. I kind of missed a few steps there, but
I feel like a scene is missing. Like, we're missing a scene, guys. You forgot an episode. I'm just saying.
It turns out that Gil had kidnapped him. During this scene, Brady finds Gil's shrine to Marvin, and Marvin ends up rescuing Brady again. And Gil ends up arrested, not for kidnapping, but for drugging with the intent to commit sexual assault. Honestly, he would be charged with both, I think. Marvin tells Brady that he has Gil's phone, so he has no proof if he accuses them of anything. We start wrapping up the vertical by heading into the championship hockey game. The Purple Knights end up taking home the trophy. Gil somehow gets out of jail, on bail presumably, and unfortunately still has the video of Marvin and Brady together, and shares it with the entire hockey rink. Marvin goes onto the rink to say that it was his fault and he coerced Brady into it. Brady doesn't let him lie and ends up confessing to everyone in the rink, including his father, that he's gay and in love with Marvin.
So in my mind, this is the biggest heated rivalry reference. We were initially a bit concerned that it would be too close to heated rivalry, especially when it was announced. Oh, the original title. I don't know if you guys remember, but originally when it released, it said Drive Him Wild via Heated Rivalry. And we were really glad they dropped the Heated Rivalry like 3 days before release.
It appears that Gil gets arrested again. Both Brady and Marvin get expelled after the confession. And Brady moves to Canada to pursue professional hockey. His dad says he will finance his professional hockey, but he has to break up with Marvin.
That's sad. No!
It is so sad. And there's a beautiful scene here where they're sitting on the grass. And it's kind of, he says, we're only boyfriends for 2 hours. And it's so sweet. And Marvin says, I can't be the reason why you don't follow your dreams. And he gets up and walks away. And I thought that was the end of the vertical. And when the next scene came up, it shows a plane landing. And I thought it was doing that thing that all these apps do where it flips to a random other vertical when the one you're watching ends. And so I stopped watching. And when we were talking about it in the group chat, I was like, well, it was just so sad at the end. And everyone was like, what are you talking about? So it turns out that I missed the last episode. I had to go back and watch it. But some significant time has passed when we come back to that scene of the airplane arriving back Brady's arriving back in LA to get married, and the news reporters say something about who's the lucky girl, and he says it's not a girl, and we find out that he's marrying Marvin. And the vertical ends with a sweet kiss, as it should.
Oh, loved it. And I loved how they looked at each other, and I loved the ending song. It was so good.
Lucy, I know we both really enjoyed this one. It was so campy and fun, and I was just laughing out loud the entire way through.
I fully agree. I can't get over how good this vertical is. I'm sad that an app felt the need to use a recycled script when there are so many amazing script writers out there looking for work. I really hope that they start branching out and doing original scripts, but I was very happy to see the changes that they made. And Jeff and Greg were perfectly casted. Iris directed it. She did a great job. Just FYI, loved that. So we also wanted to mention the great performances of Ben and McKenna, who played Ryan and Arya. So these are the supporting characters in this vertical. Arya's reactions, like McKenna, they were so funny. Like every time she almost caught Marvin and Brady, or when she did really catch them. And then like Brady is just gaslighting her. And then she's just like, okay, like just this bright smile, like, okay. And I'm just like, girl, I don't always like the female actresses or the female characters in some of the verticals, but I feel like in the BLs, they write some really great characters, or just the casting. I can't describe it, but I loved her. I thought she was kind of a shining spot in the vertical, but to be honest, so was Ben. I mean, I loved seeing him after seeing him in Prince's First Love. He was such a little shit in Prince's First Love, you know? And then here he's like the buddy, and he's almost like kind of secretly cheering on this relationship. We're like, do you know about the relationship? We don't know. It kind of makes it seem like he does. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
those
a lot
were my
of the
thoughts.
expressions there, he's like, what's going on? And you've mentioned it, but I love McKenna's over-exaggerated expressions. The character not overly burdened with intelligence.
Yes. Oh, but she played it off
Poor
so
Arya.
well. Yes, but I loved her. I loved her. Oh, I wanted to mention this. Just because if the actors thought they were being sneaky, they weren't. In the multi-purpose room party scene, I don't think we talked about it. There was like a heated rivalry reference where Brady and Marvin were like dancing kind of like Ilya and Shane did, and like all the things she said. And Arya goes to kiss Brady, but it's only because I watched it back for reasons. She literally
Editing reasons, right? No other reasons.
Sure,
what other reason could there be?
I don't
Lucy?
know. I don't want to see Greg kiss a straight woman, do I? Maybe I do. Anyway. He's the only one who gets to kiss girls besides Sky. But anyway, I see McKenna sneak her finger between their lips right before they lock lips. I'm like, look at you, sneaky, sneaky. And I just thought it was a notable mention. Yes, we watch the kissing scenes carefully, guys. Sorry. Not sorry.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm always looking for lovely moments for my edits.
Is that a lovely moment?
Well, maybe not, but you know. Thank you for listening to this unhinged recap of Drive Him Wild on DramaWave. If you like fun, campy rom-coms with a lot of spice, you need to watch this. Next week, we'll be discussing Tutoring My Rival Boy with Evan Gambardella and Sky Kawai. Hope that you can join us. Bye, besties.
Bye, besties.